The Prophet ﷺ tells us there are two words light on the tongue but very heavy on the scales. They're really beloved to Allah. The Rahman, the one who shows love and care and mercy, really truly loves them. What are those two words? Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, Subhanallah al-Azim. But let me tell you, it is not the tongue that weighs heavy on Judgment Day. It's the heart that does. These words and the words of Allah, when they're just said from the tongue, mean nothing. But when the tongue is connected to the heart, it means something. You know, Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi essentially is saying how perfect Allah is and how no matter what circumstance, I thank Him and I appreciate Him and I praise Him. Allah is perfect, I thank Him and I praise Him. You and I go through some tough situations in life. And when things get tough, things are not perfect, then we sometimes tend to blame Allah. Why is Allah doing this to me? Why did I have to go through this? This person is much worse than I am and they get away with everything. And look at me. Why does Allah keep torturing me? Over and over and over again. This doesn't seem fair. When you're questioning Allah's fairness, you're considering Allah less than perfect. You're denying Subhanallah. When you question like that, your heart is losing sight of the fact that Allah is beyond criticism, that everything He does is perfect. So saying Subhanallah is something else. Feeling Subhanallah is very heavy in the scales. Wa bihamdihi. And no matter what I'm going through, whatever you're going through, that is reason for me to complain and cry and criticize and stress and have anxiety. Despite all of that, the only thing that comes from my heart for Allah is praise and thanks. I am positive towards Allah no matter what negative surrounds me. If you can pull that off, man, that is heavy in the scale. And then coupled with it, Subhanallah al-Azim, how perfect Allah the Great. Meaning never do you ever think or feel or say anything that takes away from the greatness of Allah. You don't complain about Allah or talk about Allah in a way that's not befitting. Whatever you and I are going through is never, ever, ever going to be a punishment. Throughout it all, you and I will maintain Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, Subhanallah al-Azim, and our scales will be heavy. Other people will think your deeds are worthless, you're not a good Muslim, you don't even have a beard, you don't even wear a hijab, you don't even do this, you don't even do that. They'll list all the things you don't do. They don't see the sacrifice you made, the pain you went through, the difficulty you carried to get away from that sin. That is between Allah and you. Allah knows that and it will weigh heavy on the Day of Judgment.